Okay, so this video is to show that the math in this game is just broken. Like, uh, they hide the whole pay to win very well in this because I've been playing free forever, and I'm like number 13 in the top 20 on my server. But this this world championship has opened my eyes. So you can see I use the Sage Hall, I use the Genesis Halls, I use all the halls that should bring you 40% reduced damage. This person, for whatever reason, chose not to do that. Every single one of my teams should be on par or far stronger than their team, and I'm using all the halls. They're not. Let's see how close these fights are. Now everybody knows that Christmas Hime is broken, so I'm not even gonna say anything for how she absolutely shatters the fact that these people should die. I get that. No, the amount of damage that they dealt my team in the first round, absolutely stunning, considering that I have the hall going and they don't. Like right there, why did he not die? Right, now she has her little snowman again, so that would have made sense now. But she didn't have it a second ago. So why didn't he die? Now, this game has been broken for quite some time. No, we're on round 5. Like, seriously? And the only reason I've played this game so long is out of, some oddball allegiance to a show that was very good. But the game, not so good. 8 rounds of mathematical improbabilities. Glorious. And this is only now that I'm choosing to record these, because I've held on for as long as I could. Like, I'm done playing this game, but I just needed a video log to show why I've ceased playing this game. And it's not to say, oh my god, I'm the greatest player ever, this shouldn't happen. No, I'm nowhere near the greatest player, and I refuse to give them money, so I get that. But math is math. And when the math is wrong, the math is wrong. No. When the math is wrong, the math is just wrong. Stunning enough, that's the first time I've seen him paralyze someone for my team in weeks. So, as I showed before we began, if the power levels on the teams are nearly identical, yet I have the haul advantage, this shouldn't even be a contest like this. And they're just cutting straight through them. Do. He's another broken character, so I already account for him doing the impossible. Like, for that to have been the knockdown, drag-out brawl that it was, again, mathematically makes no sense. Like, I need you to really think about what 40% damage reduction should look like. That's nearly half. And even though it's only for the first 2 rounds, you see how much damage that they do in those first 2 rounds, and it's like, how did you accomplish that? And then how little damage I'm doing with an equally or stronger powered team. Like, how is that possible? So the running theories in my server are that during the World Championship, when you attack, you're at a disadvantage. And now I've played games like that before, where there's a disadvantage to being the aggressor. And that would make sense if it were, if it were agreed upon, if it was a written rule. But it's not. So if it's not written anywhere, we shouldn't be expecting that. And again, second round, so the Sage Hall should still be active. Yet they're peeling through my health. how exactly can they peel through the health if there's a huge damage reduction and my team is like 100 and something thousand total power stronger? Yeah, that did like no damage. Like, what was the purpose? So, again, a team that I have the haul advantage over, I have the power advantage over, absolutely annihilated me. And in very little time. And another thing I found, that when you skip, there seems to be a higher frequency chance of you losing. And I've done it against teams that I had 250,000 power difference with. So that goes from the realm of mathematical improbability to the realm of mathematical impossibility. No, and the fact that Kenpachi didn't kill those two just now is a mathematical high improbability, because without the protection of the Sage Hall, it's almost as if the game is counting it as if they have the Sage Hall advantage anyway, which I need someone to logic their way through that. And before the creators could defend themselves in whatever odd creative fashion they choose, I also size the teams up based on their attribute advantage. So, power advantage met, attribute advantage met, the haul advantage met, and yet my teams kept struggling. And this is only one example. Like, I don't like recording all my fights. I think it's annoying. I waste space, but I've seen some really inexplicable fights. So, I'm definitely over this. Now, even now, the amount of damage that they were able to pull off, considering we're in the first 2 rounds of the Sage Hall difference, it's almost as if it's ignored. Now, what I want to know is it being ignored because I'm unlucky? Is it being ignored because the math is just absolutely broken? Or is it being ignored because I'm not a pay player, and pay players are the ones that get an advantage? Because that's been a long-running theory of mine for quite a few games I've come across. that in addition to, you know, the broken things that people get when they pay to win, that the math just operates differently for them, that they get a whole separate set of laws. There they all go. Disgusting. So I barely eked out that victory against a team that was most certainly not equipped to beat me numerically. So yeah, goodbye Bleach. Fix your game. You're really trash right now.